What in the Hollywood meltdown just happened? Nicole Kidman, the so-called queen of calm, and country darling Maggie Baugh just went full love and hip-hop mode on each other. Cameras rolling, wigs flying, and an entire PR team silently screaming in the background. But here's the real shocker. This wasn't just a fight. It was a setup. A leaked video, a mystery cameraman, and whispers that someone high up wanted this chaos to explode online. So the question isn't why they fought, it's who wanted it filmed. Buckle up because this scandal goes deeper than anyone expected. Let's rewind the chaos, shall we? It all started on a quiet Thursday, or at least it was quiet until Nicole Kidman stormed into a private Beverly Hills rehearsal studio where Maggie Baugh was recording her new single. According to insiders, Nicole wasn't there for a friendly visit. She arrived with an entourage, a film crew, and that cold, Oscar-winning smirk that says, "I know something you don't," within minutes. Tension filled the room like smoke. Witnesses say the argument began over creative control, but everyone knows that's Hollywood code for money and ego. Sources claim Nicole and Maggie were secretly developing a joint reality project called Behind the Spotlight, a cross between a luxury lifestyle show and a tell-all confessional. The problem? Both wanted to be the executive producer. And in Hollywood, that's not just a title, it's power, image, and paycheck control. Now here's where things spiral. Allegedly, Maggie accused Nicole of sabotaging the deal by leaking fake emails to the network, emails that made Maggie look unstable and unprofessional. Nicole, on the other hand, reportedly clapped back saying Maggie didn't deserve top billing next to an icon, and then boom. Chairs moved, security yelled, and someone's phone camera started rolling. Within hours, the video was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, even Facebook aunties were sharing it like gospel. The clip showed Nicole and Maggie screaming, with Maggie shouting, "You're not the only star in this town," while Nicole hissed, "Sweetheart, I made this town." Dramatic? Yes. Scripted? Maybe not, because here's the kicker: the video was filmed from a perfect angle, clear audio, zoomed focus. Almost too perfect. Like it was meant to go viral. Fans immediately smelled something off. Why is the lighting so good? Who leaked it? Was this a PR stunt? The internet became a detective agency overnight, dissecting every frame like a crime scene. Then, as if things couldn't get worse, LAPD confirmed both Nicole and Maggie were detained after the altercation turned physical. Mutual assault investigation, that's the phrase the police report used. Both were questioned, booked, and released within hours. But by then, the damage was done. Every outlet ran with it. TMZ called it Hollywood's classiest brawl. News called it a meltdown in designer heels. But what nobody mentioned, at least not yet, was that someone had already sent the raw footage to multiple gossip blogs before the arrest even happened. Meaning, this wasn't spontaneous. It was planned, timed, and executed like a hit job. Now the big question haunting everyone: who filmed it, who leaked it, and who wanted these two powerful women destroyed at the exact same time? Because if there's one thing Hollywood loves more than drama, it's watching its own burn. And that's exactly where the mystery begins, because the trail of leaks doesn't stop with that one video. In fact, what came next blew the lid off everything Nicole and Maggie thought they controlled. The next morning, the internet was on fire. Every platform, every gossip page, every anonymous Reddit thread, all pointing fingers, spinning theories, and demanding answers. But when the second video leaked, everything flipped. This wasn't just a catfight anymore. This was a full-blown Hollywood sabotage operation. The new clip wasn't shot by a bystander, it was security footage. High quality, time-stamped, and captured from inside the studio's surveillance system. Someone had access to restricted cameras. The video showed Maggie and Nicole arguing even before the confrontation escalated, but what caught everyone's attention was the mysterious man standing in the corner, holding a clipboard and earpiece. He wasn't staff. He wasn't security. And when the fight started, he didn't move, he watched, coldly, almost like he was expecting it. Internet detectives went wild. Some claimed he was a PR handler. Others swore he worked for a rival production company. Then came a name, Benzino, the same disgraced ex-producer rumored to have a grudge against Nicole, Maggie, and even the show's creator, Mona Scott. Remember him? The man who vanished from the industry years ago after being accused of leaking cast footage from Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, he was back apparently with receipts, according to an anonymous insider calling themselves Script Shadow 17. Benzino had been collecting dirt on multiple celebrities, waiting for the right moment to expose everyone involved in manufactured drama. He allegedly hacked cloud servers, retrieved unaired footage, and even bribed lower-level production assistants to hand over confidential files. His goal? To prove that Hollywood's reality is faker than its Botox. And guess who was at the center of his revenge plan? Nicole and Maggie. Why them? Because their upcoming reality project, Behind the Spotlight, was reportedly produced under the same media umbrella that once fired Benzino. It wasn't just personal, it was poetic payback. Meanwhile, tabloids began publishing exclusive screenshots of private messages between Nicole and the network executives, where she supposedly demanded Maggie be replaced with someone who fits my class level. Maggie's camp fired back, leaking alleged voice notes of Nicole mocking her southern accent. Whether real or fake, the internet didn't care. It was pure entertainment gold. As days passed, the story snowballed. Public sympathy shifted back and forth. 1 hour, Maggie was the victim of elitist bullying. The next, Nicole was the icon being dragged by jealous newcomers. Hashtags like #TeamNicole and #Justice for Maggie trended simultaneously, dividing the internet into digital war zones. But beneath all that chaos, whispers began surfacing that the fight had been orchestrated from the top. Not by Benzino, not by Nicole or Maggie, but by someone even higher, someone with enough control to leak, spin, and monetize the scandal from every angle. The theory? This wasn't a feud. It was a test run. A planned viral explosion designed to gauge how much outrage the public could handle before the next phase of a massive Hollywood expose went live. And when that theory surfaced, people realized this wasn't the end. It was the opening act, because just as the dust began to settle, something far darker hit the web, a third leak that changed everything. And then it happened. The third leak dropped at 3:47 a.m. on a random Sunday, and it made the first to look like child's play. This time, the video wasn't from the studio, or a fan's phone, or a hacked server. It was from inside a police interrogation room. Yeah, Nicole Kidman and Maggie Baugh, both sitting there, disheveled, exhausted, still in their designer chaos, being questioned separately by LAPD detectives. The footage showed Nicole whispering to her lawyer, "Someone set us up," while Maggie, in another room, snapped, "This was supposed to make me famous, not ruin me." Wait, what? That one line changed the entire narrative. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know, what exactly was supposed to happen? Who promised fame? And how did it all turn into handcuffs and headlines? Within hours, blogs ran with the story. Nicole Kidman setup exposed. Maggie Baugh's secret PR deal gone wrong. Hollywood's dark marketing game. Anonymous insiders claimed that both actresses were this video of a viral publicity stunt, engineered by a covert marketing agency known only as The Vault, a shadowy group allegedly hired by elite PR firms to create controlled scandals. The plan was simple: stage a fight, leak the footage, generate chaos, then use the attention to launch their new reality show. But someone hijacked the plan. Turns out, the Vault's internal files were breached by none other than Benzino himself. He got access to their communications, their raw footage, even their promotional timelines. Then he flipped the script, leaking the content too early, twisting the narrative, and framing Nicole and Maggie as real-life enemies. It was sabotage disguised as authenticity. When this theory surfaced, fans lost their minds. Was any of it real? Were Nicole and Maggie ever friends? Were they co-conspirators or victims? And most importantly was Hollywood manufacturing every meltdown we've been watching for years. Reporters tried reaching the vault for comment, but their website went dark. A burner account later claimed the agency had been erased, as if someone didn't want them traced. Meanwhile, both Nicole and Maggie scrubbed their social media pages clean, deleting posts, unfollowing everyone, even wiping their profile pictures. Classic crisis management mode. But here's the chilling: this video, a final voice memo leaked 2 days later. A distorted male voice, allegedly Benzino's, saying, "You think you can fake chaos and control it? You can't. I just gave the world a taste of what you really are." That clip went viral overnight. Conspiracy forums lit up. Fans swore they heard Mona Scott's voice faintly in the background. And TMZ reported that federal cybercrime units had quietly started an investigation into digital interference connected to multiple Hollywood scandals. And just like that, the glamorous world of red carpets and talk shows turned into a paranoid playground. Everyone wondered who was next, who's being recorded, who's being framed, and who's still pulling strings behind the scenes. Because if this story proved anything, it's that in Hollywood, reality isn't filmed, it's fabricated. So now the million-dollar question: was this all just a twisted PR stunt gone rogue, or did Hollywood's puppet masters finally lose control of their own game? Because if Nicole Kidman and Maggie Baugh, two of the industry's most calculated perfectionists, can get caught in a web like this, then no one's safe under those studio lights. Not the stars, not the producers, not even the audience watching at home thinking it's all entertainment. Some say Benzino vanished after the leaks. Others whisper he's already planning his next drop and it's bigger, darker, and aimed straight at the A-list. But one thing's for sure, the show isn't over. So what do you think? Who really started this chaos, the actresses, the hacker, or Hollywood itself? Drop your theories below, hit that like button, and subscribe to TX Zone, where the drama never sleeps.